no telling where it goes. Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Hello.
You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on.
Hello. Hi, good morning. Happy Friday. For those of you who are just tuning in or who don't even know me, my real name really is Rainy Day. I am a generational psychic medium. I was born this way. I have had the gift of insight since birth. I see dead people. That movie, Sixth Sense, is me. Yes. And welcome to Coffee with a Psychic Medium Fridays. And today's coffee mug is Crazy Plant Lady because I have a beautiful sacred garden outside my office window in my home, broadcasting to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. You can find me, you can book a session. I have some really wonderful events coming up on rainyday.com, RAINEYDAY.com, rainyday.com. I'm so excited. I finally have my name, my domain name.com. Let's get at it. Post your questions here. Today's message, I have to tell you, I am so surprised by today's message because it impacted me significantly, and it's been coming to me over the last 3 days. So if you don't know how I work, every morning Spirit wakes me up literally about 4 o'clock, 4 a.m. every day on Pacific Daylight Time, really early. And I come in my beautiful sacred space, my office. Now, I'm a licensed psychic medium. This is my business, so I get ready for the day. But first, I sit with Spirit. I sit with Spirit in meditation. And there's some things that I do that I'm going to be talking about this Sunday at 8 p.m. on this YouTube channel. It's a virtual newsletter. So go to rainyday.com, subscribe to my newsletter, Smello Spirit. It's me, Rainey. That's my newsletter. And then download it, join me Sunday for Chilling with Spirit, where we take that newsletter, download it, print it out, and we go deeper. It's where you're able to ask questions on how I work as a psychic medium. How do you work with your gifts? It's just the ability to grow and learn, because I know everybody has a gift. Empathic abilities, dreaming and getting those downloads from dreaming is a form of psychic mediumship. It's a form of a metaphysical gift. That's what I'm going to say. So today, I have to tell you, a few weeks ago, I predicted that Elton John, I love Elton John so much, is his health is declining severely, significantly, quickly. I feel that he might be departing, but I feel that departing date has been kind of expanded a little bit. It's not going to be as quick as I originally thought. And I just saw where he had to cancel his new album, I guess, show, tour, whatever, because he fell or there's some stuff going on. So, I am really sad about that, but in a way, it kind of feels a little bit of a confirmation that, yeah, Spirit's really talking to me in very significant ways. I really want you guys to be aware of our economy and your finances. For me, it's going to get really bad, really quick, really fast. And I see it closer to the holidays. And I think I've talked about this before. I don't know, because I literally imagine if I carried all of these downloads with me all the time, I would be in a mental institution, which I probably should be, but that I digress. But I really want to talk to you about just really being mindful of how you spend your money, have a good relationship with your money energetically. I really feel that there's going to be some more severe lockdowns. It's almost as if it's being used as a weapon, as a political weapon, and that really bothers me. I am not going to politicize or talk about, because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. And I believe everybody has the right to speak their truth and believe what they want to believe. And I respectfully decline sometimes when I don't align with somebody, but it doesn't mean that I don't like you or that we can't have a clear, beautiful, calming, peaceful, respectful conversation. Those are going to be fewer and further between. And that makes me really sad. It just feels like that's accelerating. And it's almost like we're especially, and I'm only feeling the United States right now. It feels like we're creating an economic suicide, and I don't want to put fear into you, because money is really, it's all perception and relevance. I could be very happy living in a single wide trailer as long as my basic needs were met, because I don't need things to fulfill me. I really don't. I can find beauty and serenity in walking out. And I'm not thrilled about the desert. I don't know why I've lived in Las Vegas for 42-ish years. I'm not a desert person. I'm a four-season person. I travel a lot for work, which seems to help, but I can be so very peaceful and find that inner happiness by walking out in the desert and looking at rocks and beautiful sticks and just feeling the sun come down on me. That's just me. So I want you to kind of get back to basics. It's kind of what this whole pandemic taught me last year in March, is that really go back to basics and really understand what makes you happy. And that leads into this is the greatest message I think I've had in a very long time. So I'm always educating myself. My beautiful mentor, Lisa Williams, she's phenomenal. She's amazing. Has this thing called bibliomancy, and where she takes a book. This is the energy codes, a 7-step system to awaken your spirit, heal your body, and live your best life, Sue Morter. So what you do is you take a book and you just open it. And where you open it, wherever your eyes go on to, you read it for 5 minutes. And it's a way to constantly fill your mind, body, and spirit with knowledge. So that for me, knowledge is very powerful. For me, education is everything, because nobody can hold your mind hostage. Nobody, no one. And so this is talking about some kind of the breath, the second chakra. You can't make this shit up. The second chakra, which is your sacral, which is your personal power. That's where your human experience resides. So if your sacral, that beautiful orange glow over here, that beautiful sacral, if it is muddy and not really optimally rotating and moving and vibrating, then you've lost your personal power. And that's you can't make this shit up. That is such a great segue. Thank you, Spirit. And what I'm going to be talking to you about. So get a book, read it for 5 minutes, because it's transformational. That's called bibliomancy, I think. And I'm terrible repeating words. I just have a hard time, because I think I speak in different tongues sometimes, not like weird tongues or possession tongues. No, I just think I hear so many different spirits talking in different languages and different downloads that my own physical human experience. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for joining. Sometimes comes out in that. So just understand. So you read that for 5 minutes, and then you just really try to understand it. It's a very simple technique that I use continually to grow mind, body, and moreover spirit. The reason I'm talking about that is because I also go on YouTube. You know, I have my little things where I watch TV, 90 Day Fiancé. It is Coffee with a Psychic Medium. I'm going to have a sip of coffee, because don't judge me. I don't know why I love it. My husband is like, why do you watch these train wrecks? Maybe so I can just kind of like check out a little bit and not be so centered and in spirit all the time. Crazy plant lady. But I love to watch informational YouTube videos so I can get the information and make up my own mind. Make up my own mind. Because you can't hold your mind captive. Nobody owns your mind but you. That's your personal power. That's your sacral. Thank you, energy code and spirit. But today I want to talk to you about how a caterpillar metamorphoses into a butterfly. And I saw a YouTube video that just sparked my interest. And I'm kind of repeating some of that video. It just came to me, and then it sparked that interest 3 days ago. And then I've been just researching, asking spirit for more and more information. And it has to do with the law of resistance and the law of non-resistance. Let that sink in. Look this up, and never take a psychic medium's word for anything. You know, my universal Wi-Fi is tuned into a certain thing, and I want you to universal Google it. And if it resonates, yay, but always make up your own mind. Always seek professional expertise and advice. Never trust a psychic medium. But if this resonates, I want you to go deeper. I really want you to look. And when I was a little girl, I lived with my grandmother. There she is, who's always with me. We had this huge, it was called the Newlands irrigation system that ran from Lake Tahoe all the way down. I passed Fallon, Nevada, and I don't even know where it went to, but I was always told, stay away from the ditch. It could sweep you away and carry you underneath, a bridge. And we had a lot of bridges because a lot of roads went over this. But I always loved to go back there because there was so much life. And there was milkweed back there. And as a little girl, I just found a fascination in chrysalis, monarch butterfly chrysalis. How they turned from this beautiful green and had these beautiful gold little dots on it, and then would get clear and you could see the butterfly, the transformation from this beautiful caterpillar, this beautiful clear chrysalis, how it would come out totally transforming into something so different and something so beautiful. And then that beautiful butterfly would crawl out, hold on to the chrysalis, dry its wings, and then all of a sudden would just regain its power and take off. That caterpillar metamorphosis is so important because If you understand the science behind how all of this takes place, it's very spiritual. And it's really giving me another really beautiful download that has changed me from the inside out, mind, body, and spirit. And now I'm exuding and resonating that transformation. So I want you to think a minute. What is that transformation? So this caterpillar it really sheds its skin, and that starts the process of this metamorphosis. And what happens is the immune cells, and I'm reading my notes, the immune cells of the caterpillar start attacking itself. It attacks and attacks, and indeed, these cells keep attacking, and they're responsible for this whole metamorphosis. So imagine when your own immune system, a lot of people nowadays have autoimmune disease, and it's your own system attacking yourself. Well, I want you to think from a spiritual standpoint. This is what creates, and those cells attacking itself creates and starts this metamorphosis of the butterfly. It's kind of like when we're having a really hard time in life and we can't even see the forest through the trees, and we kind of get depressed, and then we start knocking ourselves and we start saying, why me, why me, why me? Well, this is kind of all relating to this, and I'm going to tie it all together here in the end. They attack and kill. These immune cells just keep attacking and killing and attacking and killing until the immune system of the caterpillar is just so overwhelmed, it just shuts off. And then most of the structure that was the caterpillar liquefies. Think about that. It deconstructs itself. It destroys itself. Then it's liquefied. And that liquefaction, that tearing down, that death of that caterpillar is then reformed and reconstituted into a butterfly. And it's kind of like what we go through when we have turmoil in our life. And so the immune system, I equate it to the law of resistance, because from the view of the caterpillar, this shit can't be pleasant. It's got to be painful. We fight. This is in our human existence. We keep fighting. We keep struggling. We keep trying to climb up that hill. This is where we go left, and we keep trying to climb up that sand hill, but we slide back down even more. It's not welcomed by the caterpillar, and it's definitely not fun. This caterpillar is in a state of resisting. And the caterpillar fights, and it fights and fights and fights to the death. The liquefaction process, it just dies. And then the immune system gets overwhelmed. And how many times have you been overwhelmed? Now, not only am I a natural born psychic medium since birth, I don't know anything different. I have a master's degree in clinical behavioral psychology that I use in my business, that I use to help people through these transformations. And lately, that's all I've been talking about for the last few weeks is transformation, transformation, transformation. And I feel it's coming. I feel even the earth is in a transformational mode. People talk about global warming. I have a different of opinion. I respect their opinion, and I still want to learn and grow. But the earth is transforming too, and we're transforming. And this is why this is so important right now. You know, when you get overwhelmed, you just keep fighting, and then there's a point where you just sometimes just give up. From the point of view from the butterfly, though, it's almost like I get to start over again. I get a go back. I get another chance. And from that aspect of the butterfly, it's a beautiful whole new creation of yourself. How many times have you guys recreated yourself? This is a beautiful thing. And this is one of the key concepts that I want to leave you with today. It depends on if you take the viewpoint of the caterpillar, the destructive mode, the constant fighting till the death, or the beautiful butterfly. Are you the caterpillar or are you the butterfly? Because the butterfly understands the law of non-resistance. The butterfly understands that it has to go through this painful transformation, this belief system that's no longer serving you, the death of relationships that are really damaging to you, no matter if they're family, if they're acquaintances, if they're good friends for many years, whatever it is, a job that you held onto because the money was so good, things that you held on so tight that you're so living in fear. Are you the caterpillar or are you the butterfly that understands that there is a divine synchronicity? There is a divine plan. And I have been working in the law of non-resistance, that point of surrender and centeredness. And if this is resonating with you, let me know. And if you have any questions, please post it in the chat. But this is a really significant time right now. That's that. Right now, I feel like there's a global coordinated effort to create a new society by its design, globalization. This accelerating lockdown and this accelerating inner fighting and division, that's the caterpillar. For me, I choose to be the butterfly. It's funny because, when you buy flowers and they don't have a smell anymore, so instead of resisting that, I thought, I'm going to grow my own. I'm going to grow my own flowers. And they do have smell. And so that's the law of coming from resistance to non-resistance. The butterfly, well, we spend most of our time in the caterpillar stage. And you have a choice to just allow that transformation, that metamorphosis to take place. And surrender. I equate it to, and I've told you guys before, that I am driven by spirit. How many times you're on a vacation, you're the one driving, you're 10 and 2, and let's say like you're in LA traffic, and you've heard this analogy before. You're 10 and 2, and you've got your passenger over here going, oh my God, look, Rainey, look at that. And you're like, frick you. I can't take my eyes off the road to see anything, because if I do, we're going to crash. And that's the caterpillar stage. That's that. But I choose now to get on the bus. Hello, spirit. Let spirit drive. Sit in the back or sit behind spirit. And now I can look all around 360 degrees and I'm not missing a damn thing. Do I miss a few things? Yes, but it wasn't meant for me to see. So I want you to start thinking about being driven purely by spirit, because there's so much more to see. You're not 10 and 2. You are looking at life all around you. The next time you go down the same road that you've been driving on 100,000 times, look up. You'll be so surprised at what you see. I don't want you to spend any more of your time as the caterpillar. The butterfly welcomes the destruction of everything all around them, of everything And it's fear-based. So, like I've told you before, fear is just your ego keeping you from moving forward. Fear, your ego has a place. Yes, it keeps us safe at times, but name your ego. It's just like a spirit guide. It's another entity, a sentient being, just like the earth is a feminine sentient being. Your ego, name it. And when you feel that your ego is standing in the way of your transformation, of your metamorphosis, put it away, put it in a box, put it in the closet and tell it, get the F out of my way. My ego, like I've told you before, his name is Bob. It's not Richard. Sometimes I'd like to call it Dick. Listen, Bob, no more. No more, because that destruction is to help these deeply held concepts that you have in your human existence, these deeply held so tight fears, these deeply held beliefs, these defense mechanisms. You're in the caterpillar mode. Letting go of all of this heavy crap, because it's heavy, and surrendering. So surrender. It's all a matter of letting go of that stuff and slowly letting it be destroyed. Is it painful? Yes. Do you think the caterpillar enjoyed going through this metamorphosis to be liquefied? It fought the whole way there. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't have to be riddled with pain. I, the other day, was really worried through some financial things. And I finally realized that I was stuck in my human existence. I was resisting and I was starting to get a little fearful. What do I do? What do I do? Oh my God, la, 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 la. That franticness. And the moment I realized, let go, let God ask for divine guidance, how to make this situation better, and let it go. Some things are beyond your control, and you just have to have that serenity. I read that serenity prayer over and over and over until I just felt it lifting off of me. You know, these are energies that you have to let go, because that's the energy I was expanding. I was expanding that energy beyond me, and my family could feel it. And so let it go, let it go. Witness, I was able to witness myself letting that go, and came to an amazing epiphany and revolution, and am able now, through that serenity, that divine guidance, being guided by spirit, not by my human existence, not by my ego. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Thank you for letting me know it makes sense. I look at each day as being grateful and positive. Some days, yeah, they're challenging, being a caregiver, but you're doing it out of love. So let that vibration of love overcome that, oh my, that dread, that why am I doing this? No, you know why? Because you're doing it out of love. Change the vibrational energy, translate that energy, transmute, transform that energy into something beautiful. Something beautiful. Because it's hard to imagine from the caterpillar's perception. You know, when you're stuck in that, it's hard to imagine what you're going to be transformed into, because it's almost like you can't see the forest through the trees because things are pretty dire. You know, I find this with some of my clients and my own health. You know, sometimes health issues can make you feel unempowered, and it just makes that health worse. But we don't realize it because we're coming from the caterpillar's perspective, because we don't understand that we're transforming into something more beautiful. You know that old saying, we are not given more than what we can handle. I know that from my own experience. Is my life always golden? No, no. Crazy plant lady, no. Oh, just hit myself in my cup. No, it's not. No, it's not. But that's why we're here, is to grow and transform and be the best version of ourselves. So Spirit is giving me, as a psychic medium, the ability to see what someone takes, what someone feels, sees, senses, knows before they take their last breath. And sometimes people are so frantic and gasping for air, it's not a peaceful transition. Like the caterpillar, it fought to the death, till the death. Those are the regrets that we have, you guys. No regrets. Hi, beautiful Kathy. Thank you for joining. Good morning, beautiful sunshine. Good morning. Thank you for joining. You know, it's almost as if the caterpillar's point of view is all about loss and destruction. And that's what we get stuck in. And that's those lessons in life that I've talked about. And now we need to understand that it just allows us an opportunity to grow, because there's a rebirth. That caterpillar is so stuck in the destruction mode and the death of the old self that it doesn't see what it's going to, when it liquefies, the beautiful transformation. It's an incubator. It's incubating the ability, and we as humans on this earth have the ability to do this over and over again. That caterpillar and butterfly only have one chance, and they're making the best of it. Imagine if you only had one chance. What would you do with that one chance? You know, that's why I got out of the corporate world and do this now as a full-time business, because I want to help people see the transformation and the possibilities, the opportunities. Book a session with me, rainyday.com. It's transformational. You know, there is a rebirth. That caterpillar doesn't see that there's a rebirth through the death. And so look at your life. How many times you thought it was the end? How am I ever going to get beyond this? But you did, because you're right here. I'm 60 years old and I'm grateful as I look back, because at the time, sometimes now it's different because now I'm truly different, driven by spirit. I was this way as a child. I was always driven by spirit, and then life happens. Life happens, family happens, adulting happens, all of this stuff that we put upon ourselves, because again, everything's a choice, free will. I've come back to truly being driven by spirit, and I don't look at things as negative. I remove the word negative from my being. Every time I catch myself saying I can't or negativity, I change that energy like that and turn it into opportunities. Allow that transformation to start occurring. This is the law of non-resistance. And I want you to start coming from the butterfly's perspective. So when I saw this on YouTube, and I can't remember where because for the life of me, I can't find it. I'm going to try to find it. I'm going to try to post it on my Facebook page, Rainy Day Psychic Medium. I'm going to try to post it on my Facebook page and maybe on my Instagram page. Everything is Rainy Day Psychic Medium. The only thing that is different is YouTube. Rainy Day Licensed Psychic Medium. I may change that. I don't know. But that's how you find me. That's how you find these transformational things, these inspired ideas that come directly from source, from the universe, from those beautiful angels that surround me every day. And the message today is be driven by spirit. Be that butterfly and understand that, you have to sometimes shed those old beliefs, those old ways of being in order to be that beautiful butterfly. But some people get caught. They get caught coming out of the chrysalis and holding on so tight to that chrysalis that they don't want to dry their wings off, because that's what butterflies do. They just sit there for a moment and they kind of center themselves and they start pumping through those veins into their wings life. And sometimes we get in the mode of, oh my God, now what? Fear is very polarizing, but it doesn't have to be, because honestly, what's the worst thing that can happen? I thought with the financial thing, what's the worst thing that can happen? Bankruptcy? Me and about 100 million other people? That's not going to happen. But if it does, oh effing well. If that's the worst thing, oh my God, that's no biggie. No biggie. Because things don't matter. What matters is how you are in your heart, mind, body, and spirit. That's what matters. And all of this stuff, something else Spirit showed me this morning, all of this creates illness, dis-ease, disease, dis-ease. All of this we are putting into our body, those stress cortisol hormones that are causing damage to this beautiful vessel, this beautiful body that we've been given, because it carries our soul through these experiences. So honor your body, honor those stresses. We don't want that stress, because that's that metamorphosis. That's those immune cells that the caterpillar exudes, that it's fighting, and it keeps fighting to the death until your immune system just shuts off and you liquefy. That's what we're doing to ourselves, you guys. You don't have to. Does this make sense to anybody? If you have a question, it's 7:32. I'm going to go till about 7:40, 7:45. Please post them here. Book a session with me. It's life-changing. I am not really good about selling myself. I'm really great at what I do, and that's been hard for me to talk about for a long time. Thank you, Muni from the Muniverse. He's a mentor who has just helped me appreciate and just, sometimes you got to be your own cheerleader. I'm good at what I do because I'm guided by spirit. And I want you guys to start creating rituals. Every morning, join me on Sunday at 8 p.m. because, and subscribe to my newsletter, rainyday.com, because we're going to take that virtual newsletter, or that newsletter, download it, print it out, and we're going to go deeper. It's where I talk about how I do what I do. And how I do what I do is I have some foundations when working with spirit. I call them Spirit Academy. I'm writing a series of books from Spirit Academy to teach everybody how to do what I do. And maybe you'll get that little spark of inspiration, that aha moment. It doesn't mean you have to become a professional empath, healer, animal communicator, psychic medium. It doesn't mean that. But can I tell you, it makes my life 1000% better, because I now know. I know that I don't have to be in that perpetual caterpillar stage. I can be the butterfly. Resistance or law of non-resistance, governed by these universal laws. And so these rituals I have, I call them Spirit Academy's 10 tenets. And if you follow them, and at first you have to kind of get used to doing them, and you have to do them kind of in this order, but you make them each your own because everybody connects. So for example, the first thing before I get out of bed, I find one thing I'm grateful for. And everybody's going to do it differently, but that's the first thing I do, even before I get out of bed. Oh, I just take a deep breath. And, I tell everybody it can be as simple as, I just bought one of those My Pillows. Oh my gosh. I am so grateful for My Pillow, because it really has helped me to sleep so much better. I'm so grateful for My Pillow. And what it does is it raises your vibration. It raises your vibration so that you're not down here, you're now elevated. So these lower frequencies, the negatives, the people who come and gossip and stir the pot, because there's always one, all of those things that at life happening to you are down here, lower energies. I am up here, so I'm more able to see them coming at me, or to identify, like empaths sometimes don't understand that what you're getting is other people's energy. I'm able to identify it like that and say, oh, this isn't serving me, this isn't mine, let it go. So I'm operating from a sense of gratitude all day long, because I've already set my vibration up for success. Make sense? It's pretty simple. And then I ground myself into Mother Earth, and everybody, see, these tenets, you make them your own. When you get out of bed, I have a wooden floor in my bedroom, and I love natural things. And I just love the way my feet feel on wood. And I just ground into Mother Earth, and I send all of my root chakra and my earth star chakra, because you have 7 physical chakras in your human body, and you have all these other, you have several more on the outside in your auric field and your energetic essence. And I want to make sure that both of those, my energy outside of me and my energy in my physical body, are grounded into Mother Earth. Number 1, so I can be more present. Number 2, it helps me to understand these things that are all, because, oh my gosh, guys, we have so much coming at us all the time, especially now. My 60 years, I've never felt this way. I have never felt this way about humanity. I have never been in a situation like we are all in right now. 60 years, I've seen a lot. I had color TV, people. But I've seen so many things. Like, I remember when DVDs, DVRs, the big cassettes came out, and I thought, why would anybody want that? They're expensive. This is not ever going to catch on. Cell phones, all that stuff. I have never felt like I felt now. There's a lot of heaviness. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of division. So a lot of people are down here. And so if you show gratitude, and you ground yourself into Mother Earth, you can recognize those quicker and not be caught up and swept away in that. That's all I'm saying. And so, I'm going to be posting those 10 tenets on my website. You're going to get them in my newsletter, and then we're going to talk about them. We're going to go deeper, because I feel that these things are lessons that you can live by in the human existence. And as this gift that I have, my grandmother had this ability too, to tune in to somebody's energy, to see their deepest regrets, because I don't want you guys. I've seen this. I've seen people trying to gasp for air before they take their last breath, the regrets, the grief, the beating of oneself up because you didn't do this, or you treated this person this way. There was no reconciliation. And at that point, you can't go back. Like the caterpillar who turns into the butterfly. That caterpillar has one chance. Well, what a gift, you guys. What a gift. We have the chance to transform ourselves over and over and over and over. But I do want to remind you, tomorrow's not guaranteed. So make this day, make this Friday, September 17th, the best day possible. Take this message, universal Google it, go deeper. I want you guys to make up your mind for yourself. The only thing is I'm a catalyst for you that tickles that spark of inspiration, those divine inspired ideas. I want you to go deeper, and I want you to have your own knowing, your own sense. Take what I say with a grain of salt. Go deeper, see what works for you and what doesn't. And so I just want to thank you all. Thank you all. Sandra and Kathy, thank you for letting me know that you joined me live. I'm grateful for you, and you just helped raise my vibration. See, you didn't even know you were part of my journey. You were part of that transformation, and I'm so grateful. Until next Friday, everybody, enjoy this beautiful day. Really take to heart. Are you coming from the viewpoint of the caterpillar or the butterfly today? Make it a good day. Go out there and be kind. Let's create a smaller divide. Bless you all. Enjoy your day. Mwah. Thank you again for joining.